And when you shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing where it ought not, let him that readeth understand. Then let them that be in Judea, that's the state in which Jerusalem lies, flee to the mountains. In other words, he's answering the question. That's what it's going to be when he returns. But this must happen first. Now, what is this word it? It's a very interesting Greek word. You see, there's no such word in the Greek language as it, or her, or him. It's according to what the subject is. It's the same word, but the subject, if it's talking about a female, it's her. If it's talking about a male, naturally it's him. If it's talking about an object, it's it. Or a condition, it's it. So, therefore, why would Dr. Moffat translate this word he here? And Dr. Moffat is correct. It should be translated when standing where he ought not. In other words, it's Satan standing in the holy place claiming to be God. And what is Christ quoting here? Christ is quoting Daniel chapter 9, verse 27. And if you properly translate it, Daniel tells you long before. And Christ is making this 9th chapter and the 27th verse of Daniel a part of the New Testament. Because he says, when you see it, standing where he ought not, then you better know you're getting pretty close. Well, what does Daniel 9:27 say? I'm going to read it to you and properly translate it. You with companion Bibles are very fortunate. It will do it for you in the companion column. Verse 27, 9th chapter of the great book of Daniel. You're not going to have it. I'll read it to you. And he shall confirm, this is the Antichrist, he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. That's the 70th week, the end. And in the midst of the week, at 3.5 years, he shall cause the sacrifice of the oblation to cease. In other words, communion at the Lord's table with the true Christ will cease. Why? Because he wants it to himself. You're going to be taking communion if you follow his teaching to Satan. And for the overspreading of abominations, and he shall make it desolate. What it really says is for the overspreading wings of the desolator. That's a person, not a condition. Even unto the consummation, that's to say the end of time. And that determined shall be poured upon the desolate, upon the desolator. That's none other than the Antichrist himself. God takes care of business. And that's what will happen. He's going into the abyss. You know, understanding God's Word is a very simple thing if you listen to God's Word instead of the traditions of men. God, through the book of Daniel and other books, has made it very clear and very simple as to what happens in this world. Let's return to the 15th verse.